Kreslowski here today with another harp guitar lesson on my arrangement of Breakfast in America by Supertramp. As always, I'm playing my Timberline HG60 harp guitar, best, most affordable harp guitars on the face of the earth. Check them out. I'm just going to jump right into the video lesson. We got a fair amount to go through, and I'm going to try to get through it as best as possible. So, tuning. We're going to start with the treble strings. So, good old regular tuning. Standard tuning, EADGBE. Sub bass strings, really close to this Stephen Bennett style tuning where he goes GABcDG. The only difference is I go G, A, B flat, C, D, G. The reason I go to B flat is because this song is in D minor, and that B note will act as my 4-chord drone. So in this case, B flat, or if you're being a theory type of guy, we could look at it as our flat 6, depending on how you want to look at it. Anyways, we're just going to go right into the chord shapes here. So right in the intro, I start off with this little D minor triad here. And so quick little note here, I'm going to be, anytime I play a sub bass note, I'm going to go and play the counter note an octave higher. So if I have D, I'm going to play a D. If I play a C, I'm going to play a C. If I play a B flat, I'm going to play another B flat. So, just so you know, so what I'm doing with my right hand here, it's constantly changing. This is pretty easy. So, when I start off the intro here, I'm doing a little D minor, so frets 5, 6, 7 here, and then I have my low D note. Now, one melody here, I'm still kind of highlighting this chord shape. Now, I'm going to play that open D. Okay. Play that little line as much as you need to, but I'm going to start off. Then right away. Next one, I'm going to play my C. Now I'm going to use my middle finger here because my chord shape I'm going to have is this C note here, D, so 7th fret, and then 6th fret here. So I have now here, when I go to the B flat, I'm going to play my D note here, but I'm going to play it as kind of a unison, so I have my 3rd fret on B, and then 7th fret on G. You could go back and forth, you could even just play one note. Now when I go to the B flat note here, I'm just going to add this ring finger to play my F note, and then my middle finger to play the B flat here. And then when I walk up there, that's just going to be my B flat, C, D. So really slowly. I'm going to play pretty much the exact same thing. And then at the end here, I'm just going to play that sub bass B flat again, and then I'm just going to play my B flat here and my D note here. So first verse. Verse is almost always the same, by the way. There's 3 separate verses. The only thing that changes is sometimes I'll play a pickup note like that. So I might not always start with the sub bass note. If you're familiar with the song, you're just trying to follow the vocal line. So sometimes it's right, or it'll start like that. Just listen to the song. You'll figure it out really quickly, I promise. And then the only thing that changes in the verse is the ends. So let's talk about the different ends. So like I said, the verse is always then we'll always do something different right here. So the first time I'm going to go sub bass, and then I'm just playing thinking of, once again, a B flat. So that's just first hand really easy. So that's just B flat, D. Now I'm going to play this B flat, and I'm going to still hold this, but now I got my 8th fret on D. Second hand. I'm going to start with the B flat, 7th fret here, and now that I'm just playing octaves for my A, G, F. So if I was doing that as the end, oh, that would be the second one. Third one, a little bit different because now I'm doing this little harmony thing. So when I start off here, I'm going to play my B flat here, and the whole reason that I do it right here instead of that walk down or kind of staying in this area is because it just makes it easier to get the harmony notes. So I'm going to have frets 3 here, just kind of outlining a B flat chord, but I don't need my 5th here. So this kind of A major 7. So that's fret 2 on my G, and then I still have this D note ringing out. And that's going to stay on every chord, by the way, so I'm never going to move this pinky note. A with these 2 notes. Now when I go here to my G, I'm just going to play my open D string, and now I'm going to grab this 3rd fret, and it's just doubling up the F. So I have F, F. So, okay, so those are our verses. So if I played each one after another, we got verse 1. Always that walk up. First verse. Second verse. Third verse. Same thing. Okay, those are 3 verses. So as long as you're doing it like that, like I said, it's pretty repetitive when it comes to that. Now I'm going to call this next part of the song here, I guess kind of a pre-chorus. You could think of it as a chorus. There isn't like a definitive chorus because the na-na-na-na would be what I would call the chorus, but yeah, anyways, we'll just call this the B part then. But I like to think pre-chorus. So here, I'm barring like an A7 chord. So if we think of our good old A7 bar, where we're playing like a A major bar chord minus the pinky, pretty much same thing, but I've just have it like this. So I have frets 5, 6, 5, 5, and then I have, as far as my drones, when I roll back, I'm starting, oh, yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, I just have to think about what I'm doing now. So, when we get into this next part, there we go. I just had a brain fart. It happens to the best of us, right? So we got this little flat 9 here and there. So this is going from fret. Okay. Little hammer on here. Now when I play back to the 5th fret here, I'm going to play my, and that's just going to be my A, G. I'm going to keep this shape here. So really slowly. There we go. There we go. I can play my own riffs, I swear. Now, once we get here, I'm going to just, once again, do that unison thing, but this time I'm going to do the D note. Okay. So that's just 1 and 2 and I'm gonna grab that F again here. You can go A, D, and then D, D. There you go. Okay, so the first half of the pre-chorus, and thankfully the pre-chorus is always the same too. Now we're back into this. Now once I get that hammer on, so a little bit different first time, but this time I'm gonna leave that there and I'm gonna go to my low G. Kind of highlighting this G7 chord. Now I'm just gonna hold like a full force regular old C chord. But when I start off, I'm gonna just have my first 3 strings, so it's like day 1 C chord, so open, 1, open with my... When I play this C note here, I'm gonna roll it. So I can have there. Now I'm gonna play this G. So when I do this, I'm just kind of playing this power chord shape. I have D and A with this G. Now I'm gonna play this C chord here. So I have fret 3 on my A string and then 5 and 5 here. And when I play that, I'm just letting it ring out and just doing this hammer-on pull-off between. On that G there. So if I play my pre-chorus all together, just kind of at a regular, I guess a little slower. Oh, sorry, that roll up, by the way. I'm back to my A7 shape and I'm just gonna play my D. And that's already setting me back up, and that's what actually happens with the song, so I missed that, so make sure to pay attention to that. Then we have right there. Okay, and when I hit this end here, I'm just adding this bar on my pinky, so when I play that all together, I'm playing strings 5, 3, 2, and 1. That's the pre-chorus, so we only got one part left in the song. So right now we've got 3 verses, and thankfully this song's pretty repetitive as far as structure goes. We got the intro, then it's gonna go verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and verse, pre-chorus, chorus. So not the hardest structure, and then we're gonna have an outro as well. So one more time on the pre-chorus. Good enough. So now we get into what I call the actual chorus. So now this time, instead of going like this A7 shape, I'm just going to go a regular A. So we're going to do the same sort of thing where I'm just doing this A, E, bass rotation. So we're not doing a lot with the sub bass strings for this part, for at least the first chord yet. So when I'm going here, I'm just going to, when I go the low E, I'm going to just play this open E, but when I play this B, I'm going to go behind the nut to get the bend. I used to try to do it with the harmonics, it was just too tricky at speed, so I just got lazy and did it here. So I'm pretty sure I'm out of tune now. There we go. So we have So when I play this, back to the A again, I'm going to go 8, pull off to 5. Now when I play the 8th fret, I'm just going to play that low E with it. Now, yeah. Now melody, that's going to go 5, 3, 6, 3. Back to this 3. Now, I don't hold it like a chord shape here. I like to do this little slide. If I can figure it out. And now here. So we're gonna have there we go. So sometimes you just gotta play it. You watch Tommy Emmanuel teach his videos, sometimes you just gotta go back and play that stuff again. Muscle memory just takes over, and when you play it in slow motion, your brain just kind of brain farts. Anyways, so then we're back in. I'm gonna slide from 8 to 10, and when I do this harmonic on the very first string, I'm just doing that with the A. That's exactly the same. So we have this is almost the same. Now, at the end there, I'm just hitting A, D, by the way. Now, here. So, that little tag at the very end there, let me just go through the riff here. So I'm going to go from frets 6, 8, 7 on the G. So on B I got 6, 8, and then now on G I'm going to go 10, 12, back to 12. Just playing the scale. So 12, 10, 9, 7, 5. So I'm gonna have, and bass, I'm just walking back in order. I'm going from the D, C, B flat, A, G, and to finish it back up, I'm gonna go back to the C again. So every time I play now this kind of quick, and this is just harmonics. And then back to the 10th fret here. I'm gonna, when I go back to the C, I'm gonna hold this 5th fret here. Okay, so if I play the whole chorus, and I say, I don't know, 60% speed. Walk down. Okay. The next chorus is a little bit different, but it's just the little runs in between. So when we start off here, that's the same. Now this, when I play the E, and this is just this little hammer-on pull-off riff, and this is gonna go from, I'm gonna keep this first finger pre-planted on the 5th fret, by the way, and I'm gonna just go from 6, 8, back to 6, 5, 6. Now, when I play this, I'm going to make sure to play that open A note with it again. So we have, there we go. That's what it should be. So we have, and this is the same, this little, that same little riff. That's the same as before. Now this, before we went from 8 to 10. This time we're just going to slide from 8 to 9. So we have, sorry, 9 to 10. And then the same. So, second chorus. Ah, I was right the first time. See, I questioned myself. 8, 9, and then slide to 12. So. Now this is the same. Now here, I don't do the run. This is kind of this little outro riff. Now I'm going to move up, and I'm going to play my A, and then, and I'm kind of add this backbeat here. So I'm going to go. So I'm starting on the 10th fret on the B string. So I played the A, and when I go to the 8th fret, I'm going to play my sub bass with my low E backbeat. And now next time, I'm going to play that, but this time instead of going to the 10th fret, I'm going to still hammer on out of nowhere to the 9th fret on G. So, like that. So we have, okay, practice that a few times. That's just a good way to practice, just kind of getting used to the rotating bass notes with the melody kind of hammering on from nowhere. Now, I'm just going to do this little double whole step spread here, so 6, 8, 10. I'm going to do the same sort of melody, but this time my bass notes are going to be the sub bass D and my A on my 5th string here. And thankfully that one's the same twice. So the first one on A, that's the melody. So we have, now this time I don't add the backbeat, I'm going to go back to the, now when I go back to the very last one here, just play it all together. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of everything in my arrangement of Breakfast in America. It takes a little bit of practice. Just listen to the playthrough, go back and watch this video as many times as you need to. And one more time, make sure to check out Timberline Guitars. Thanks, guys.